Recently came across this book. I was out in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. This book is from 1777. America was 1 year old at the time. The name of this book is right here. It's the Universal Geographical Grammar from 1777. I'll be going through this book, making a lot of videos. There's some crazy stuff in here. I'm just going to give a quick preview of this because there's things in here like, so here's the opening map. Here's the opening map of the world. And right, let's see, right, hold on. Right here, Eastern Tartary. And right here is Western Tartary. And there's China. And what we'll get into farther back is going to be Chinese Tartary also. And then over here, the lower half of America is Florida. The left side, you can see California. Then the whole top is empty. And there is no Canada. So then, we'll go to the next one. This is the doctrine of the sphere. Here is the artificial sphere. Because the world was coming from being flat and going into being a globe. And right here, you've got the doctrine of the globe. And let's see, hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, all right, let me go back to my page. So here we got of the terrestrial globe and maps. So now we got geographical problems performed by the globe. All right, so we've got problem 1. The diameter of an artificial globe being given to find its surface in square and its, so, hold on a second. This is for 1700. So the F's, the lowercase f's, or the cursive F's are actually lowercase s's. So I've got to convert everything. It's solidity. Okay, solidity. Solidity in its cubic measure, which looks like mefure. All right, right there, mefure. Folidity, so it's solidity. All right. Anyway, there's a lot of things about this book that are very different. So we got problem 2, given any place on the globe. Problem 3, given the time of the year. Problem 4, given any place of the globe and the time of the year. Problem 5, given new places on the globe. See, this is the thing, is that they're having to recalibrate, reconfigure the way that they see distances and find places on a globe map, because before this, everything was flat earth maps. I'm not going to spend any more time on that part. Wait. Let me go to the next one. This is endless. I could be on this. Oh, that's Spain. I could be on this book for ever. All right, so this is the first cover page that I found. I think the original, the very front cover page in front of that first universal globe map is gone. It wasn't here when I got it. But from the other book that I saw online, this one's much better condition. Far better. All the maps are here. Here's the frozen ocean. All right, here's the Atlantic Ocean. There's Africa. But anyway, I'm just covering the fact that it's called the geographical grammar on this one. Let me go to the next marked page. Is that it? Let's see. Here we go. All right, the Empire of China. All right. Chinese Tartary. So, Tartary was real. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This book is filled with it. All right. And they just talk casually about it. You know, this is before they had done away with it. This is before they had changed all their information. They'll probably come knock on my door and get me after showing this, but whatever. You know, we all got to go sometime. Let's see what's next. Oh, so we got Africa. So over here, this is the only one that shows, I guess that's supposed to be a crocodile or a dragon. And then, I'm not going to say it. We was kings. All right, I said it. All right, so we got Ethiopia. I'm trying to find, oh, here it is. Here it is, y'all. Negro Land. I didn't write this book. But this is the full thing, is that they've got different oceans back then. So much. They got a whole book thing in the back about discoveries, new discoveries in the 1700s. Trying to get to it. All right, here's America. Here's America. All right, so we got North America. And the whole top is parts unknown. Parts unknown. All right, so we got California, Florida. All of this is Florida. All of this is Louisiana Purchase. Louisiana Purchase. Yeah. New Albion is your upper west, and then parts unknown. All of Canada, all around Yellowstone, Montana, all that stuff is missing. All right, nobody's explored it. Well, you know, they were there. Nobody had founded all the stuff that was coming. Let me get to the back of this. Yeah, and we got new discoveries. A short account of the principal discoveries made in the voyages. What does that say? Oh, lately undertaken at the expense of the British government. All right, so it talks about Captain Cook going to the North Pole, how they're offering rewards to people to find a route through the North Pole so they can get to the Indies for trade faster and easier. Got new chronological table for the area content, writings of learned men. I mean, there's a lot going on in this book. I'll get into each one of these sections over time a little bit more. But this is that. This is my second video on this book from 1777. It's called The Universal Geographical Grammar. It covers a lot of things, but I've been reading a little bit inside this, and it says that any good geography book is going to cover the astronomy and the geography. So the astronomy part, the reason they're covering this, you know, anything like this, any narrative in any history is going to come through the filter of the Masons, all right? And they have a part of their code. They have to tell you the truth right in your face, all right? They have to tell you the truth right in your face, all right? They have to tell you that this is that, okay? You've been told. And I'll show you how they tell you. Here's the preface. The second page of the preface. All right, it's front and back. Right here, it says, "And we need not be at a loss to know what is agreeable to most people when we find every gentleman and almost every lady inquiring into the history of the day and reading the most trifling occurrences, which nothing but the novelty can recommend. These they are not afraid to venture upon, when contained in a handsome volume, while a folio of any dimensions replenished with the most interesting truth would lie neglected, under an apprehension that it was impossible to go through it or to retain in their memories what it contained if they should attempt it. All right? So what they're saying is that they think we're too stupid to understand, and if we did, we'd forget because we're stupid. This all comes down to, if you want to hide something, put it in a book. So they did. Okay? So they did. And so right here, I'm going to tell you what, I've never had a video like my last video where everybody, I'd like 99.9, I had to block a couple of whatever, but 99.9% of the comments, and right now we're at 54,000 views, 99.9% of the comments are like right there with me. I'm very impressed. I'm really happy, you know. I mean, hey, kudos to all of you, okay? But anyway, we got the Doctrine of the Globe, and I don't know who, but somebody in the comments brought up the fact that any doctrine, once you read it, you have been indoctrinated, right? So, I've read as many of these comments as I can so far. I'd like to just thank everybody for being on board and being so accepting and really worrying about me. Because I'm a little worried about me right now. But anyway, if they get me, I just get got. That's fine. But this right here, I want to discuss one more thing about this. All right, you see how you've got a circle, and then another circle, another circle, another circle, 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 circle. And then through here, let me enlarge this. Hold on. There we go. All right, so you've got degrees and latitudes and longitudes and days and, you know, and it all makes sense, I'm sure, you know. But down here, Antarctic Pole. Up here, Arctic Pole. And right there is the Arctic Circle. What does that say? Hold on, let's enlarge this. Yep, Antarctic Circle. I just want to make sure it said that. So anyway, my point about this is that just like I'm in my 50s, okay? And the people I grew up with, we learned like normal human being math. Then later, they switched over to Common Core, right? And it's like, what is this? What's going on? You know, what's this madness? It doesn't make any sense. And it's a new math. All right. The reason that they put this in here on the geography, the reason they show all these maps in this geography book is because people up to this point had been navigating and charting with flat earth maps, okay? Now they're switching to a new spherical model. And right here, see that? Problem number 15. Let's see. Given any number of days, what does this say? Given any number of days less than 182, it's a problem. Let's see. Given, I have to point this and then read the book. Given the latitude of the place and day of the month, on a new globe, it's a problem. All right. So then, all right. So anyway, they got all these problems over here. Now they have theorems. All right. They don't have solutions. These are theorems. All right. These are theoretically set up to hopefully solve all the problems. And I don't think at this point they have solved all the problems. And also, okay, we got relating to the position of the moon, the sun. I don't know where it is right now, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time trying to find it. But A short abridgment of universal history. This is my next thing I'm going to read. But somewhere back in here, it talks about the distances between planets and the widths, the diameter and the circumference and all the stuff of different planets, and from the sun to the moon, from the sun to the Earth, and the sun to Mercury, and all these different things, okay? And I noticed a problem with it is, like, we were taught the distance from the Earth to the sun is 93 million miles. In here, it says it's 95 million something thousand. Oh, here it is. Compendium. Yeah, here it is. Next to Mercury, next the sun, but at the distance of no less than 36 million miles revolves the planet Mercury. At the distance of 95,173,000 miles from the sun, the Earth performs its revolution in 1 year, consisting of 363 days, 3 hours. And look, I'm having to read the book and hold this over my shoulder, so I know I'm doing some of this. Sorry, y'all. 3 hours and 40 minutes at the rate of 1,137 miles in a minute. Its diameter is compared at 7,970 miles. All these have changed a little bit, okay? And now this is the other thing. A flat, immovable Earth, right? That's what they were dealing with before. They cover it right here. This is a compendium of astronomy. It says, though in some of the more early ages of the world, mankind had very foolish and confused notions, both of the figure of the Earth and the form and the situation. The S's and F's are the same in here, okay? So give me a break. And the situation and motions of the heavenly bodies. Some imagining the Earth to be an immense plain, supported like a sea. I don't know what this says. Oh, supported like a scaffolding by pillars. Some that it was like a cylinder or drum, etc. And everybody, that it was immovably fixed in one place. And yet these absurdities seem not to have been held by the first fathers of the astronomical and geographical science. And my 10 minutes is up.